What's up, guys? Thank you guys for coming in on a Friday night. I just got back from Chuck E. Cheese's with the kids. I think I ate like a whole pizza. Disgusting. What's up, guys? What's going on? Lou, I haven't heard back from Ellie Pal yet, but they sent me a message and said they were going to check up on it, so they're on the other side of the world, so their day is basically starting now, so I'm sure they'll message me overnight or something like that, but they are checking on it. So, in case you guys don't know, Ellie Pal Wallet, we have a limited edition Litecoin one, only 84 being made. They have the chicken with the rocket on the back. They have that printed on there, and they're numbered. So they're numbered, whatever the number is, of 84. All right, and then it comes with like they're printing out like these thank you cards basically for it. So it's a really cool collaboration we did, and limited edition. So they are very nice. So guys, real quick, I wanted to go over a couple things that I noticed on the weekly chart that I've kind of been following for the past couple weeks now. After I do this, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway from Steven Herzog, Zog Lord. So if you guys aren't following him, I'm sure you guys are all following him. But if you're not, head over to his Twitter page and check him out at Zog Lord. So basically, last week he won a safe ledger from the Litecoin Lotto, and he's giving back today. He's going to give back to the community. So we have that to give away at the end. But real quick, I'm going to go over weekly real quick. As you guys can see, these red lines that I put on the screen here, those are the halvings. All right. So if you look, I'm using the Bitfinex chart because Coinbase obviously just started last year. So their chart would be very, their chart like starts somewhere. I forgot when they launched Litecoin on Coinbase, but it was like spring or something of 2017. So I'm going to use the Bitfinex chart. The first halving for Litecoin was like the third week in August of 2015. And again, we have a halving happening this August coming up. So if you guys can see, those two patterns look eerily similar. All right, we had the first halving back in 2015, and 644 days prior, we had an all-time high. Right? And now we basically hit all-time high 630 days before this halving coming up. And very, very similar decreases in price. This one dropped 98%. This one is probably going to finish somewhere around 95%. I think like 17, 18 bucks might be the bottom. All right, so very, very similar movements between these two cycles. So we got 644 on the first one, 630 on this one. And as you can see, we had this slight accumulation channel, sideways movement right in here before capitulation. And we had our series of lows. All right, we had our first low there. We pop back up, move sideways for a few weeks, and then touch down. But what I noticed is we got hidden bullish divergence on RSI. So we just barely wicked oversold on RSI once we made that first capitulation move. All right, when we got out of that channel, we just barely touched oversold. Right, we came back up, moved sideways, and then now when you create a lower low on price and a higher low on RSI, you create hidden bullish divergence. So that was basically the end of the bear cycle there. So you get that higher low on the RSI and lower low on the price, and after that, away you go. So if we were to make a similar move like that, as you guys can see, we were in that sideways sideways pattern before we came down and made that, you know, it was like 3 or 4 weeks where it was just, it was crazy. It was bad. It dropped real bad. There was some depression going on. But, yeah, we pretty much made, I think we made that first lower low. All right, and now I think we're going to move sideways for a few weeks. And then I think we make that last little touchdown low. I'm thinking somewhere around 18 bucks. Like kind of where this candle here hit. Somewhere in this area. Right there was like a retest candle after it broke resistance. So I think that's a really good spot for it to land. I'm hoping it lands there. I think that's like a sweet spot. I really do. I mean, I don't really see anything until maybe 12 bucks, somewhere around there. I don't really want it to go any lower than that. I think it needs to stop somewhere around that $18 range, honestly. But if that does happen and we get somewhere around 18 bucks, as you guys can see what happened over here in 2015, just weeks before, it was 140 days before halving, right? So 140 days before halving would put us the first week in April before we kind of made a price spike. All right, so we got, I would say we have somewhere between mid-March to early February, I would say you're going to see if this pattern somewhat plays out the same. Now, it's a totally different market than it was back in 2015. Back then, there was questions whether crypto would even exist anymore. The Mt. Gox hack, which wiped out, I mean, I think they held over 90% of Bitcoin, you know, total Bitcoin. So when that happened, there was, like, this bear market is nothing compared to that. I wasn't in it, but just doing research and studying up on it and things like that, you can tell that this bear market, at least you have people building, you have companies building, you have people pushing for adoption, awareness. You have millions and millions of dollars in this bear market building. Back then, once that Mt. Gox hack happened, that it was all up in the air. Nobody knew whether it was going to even exist or not anymore. So these bear markets look similar on paper, but the sentiment is totally different because now everybody knows we're in a bear market, we're in a correction, but crypto's going to come back. There's so much money being poured in. You got institutional investors wanting to get in with Bakkt and Fidelity, and who knows what else is going on. But it's just a totally different scenario than back then, but the patterns are very similar. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. And if we do make a similar move, as you guys can see, it kind of spiked back up into where that sideways into that actually not the sideways channel because it peaked higher than that, but it pretty much wicked the floor, the old floor, which was a support range for that 2014-2015 run. So if that was to happen, our old floor was $100. That was the floor for people. If it drops below $100, you know, sentiment was going to change big time because I honestly didn't think it was getting under $100, but it did, and this is where we are now. So I think that's going to be a heavy resistance area. I think you do see a price run prior to halving, just because people know that the the scarcity is going to increase. We're going from 25 Litecoin to 12.5 on mining rewards. So I would like to see that. I really would. I would like to see an $18 bottom, $17, $18 bottom, a run up to about $100, and then a heavy accumulation channel right around where the sideways movement was before capitulation, which was about 47 to 70 bucks or so. So that would be a really nice area to accumulate. What's going on, guys? If anybody new is in here, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. So I think, I mean, look how long that accumulation channel was for. That was a really long time, guys. And that's why I'm saying, you know, just because we have having, you know, I don't want people to get too excited and think that Litecoin's going to, you know, $1,000 this year. I would like it to, but hey, why not? If we had an accumulation channel like that for another year after having, and then at the end of, you know, 2020, you know, December 2020 or so, we shot up to $1,000. I don't think anybody would complain about that, honestly, if we can accumulate at 40, 50 bucks for a year. I think a lot of people are going to love that. So I'm really, really stacking up. John Moore, Johnny Litecoin, and I had a video with Quickie Coin a couple weeks ago. I made a deal with them. I didn't want, trust me, I didn't want to spend the money I did at that time because I really do feel like it's going lower. I think my average, like the cost was like $33 a coin or something that I got it at. Because if it does go to 18, I could have pretty much bought double. But needless to say, I bought the dip, and I have my lump sum, the sum that I've been saving all of 2018, is ready to go. And I really feel that if we get that 1 week where it just dumps under 20 bucks real quick, you know, 18 bucks, 16 bucks, that's when I'm taking all that money and dumping it in. And then I do expect to run up to 100 bucks before having. So sometime like, you know, sometime in June or July, if we reach 100 bucks and we get some heavy resistance there, I'm going to look to try to swing trade that and, you know, let it fall back into this channel and then buy back in, because I could buy double. You know, if we get a spike up to 100 bucks and then I'm buying at 50 bucks down here. This is not financial advice, but if that pattern played out just how this is, you know, if this pattern played out the same as back then, that would be excellent if I could take that and flip it and double it. But that's what I'm seeing. Guys, don't expect $1,000 Litecoin this year. It's not. I'm not being bearish. I'm being realistic. But there is a lot of great things going on with Litecoin. All of 2018 was incredible. Despite the price, we had so many people putting work in every single day, building the network, building Pay with Litecoin, building the Litecoin Foundation, building relationships, building all types of things. Businesses are accepting it now. Alliant has a product now that they can basically do instant transfers to fiat. No worry about volatility. Johnny is working with them with that. And that's going to push Pay with Litecoin to the next level, I believe. Because if you guys want to help with adoption, go into your local store. If you go to a place, you know, daily, just talk to the guy. You don't have to get him to sign up right away. Like John Kim says, it's not about going into a place and getting him signed up right then and there, right? Because you guys see the videos, you see John's video, you know, you see John Kim's videos, you see John Moore's videos. Trust me, guys, a lot of work goes into building those relationships before they close the deal. You know, Johnny goes into these places and plants the seed, but a lot of times he gets rejected. You know, I've been with him. I see exactly what goes on. So you just got to plant the seed, and with that product, they don't have to worry at all. They can take cryptocurrency, whether it's Litecoin or Bitcoin, and basically they're wiping out a minimum of 2.5% of their fees, and now they don't have to worry about chargebacks. It's not even the fees, really, because as a business, I factor credit card fees in. You know, I factor that 3.5% in if I'm doing a job. So a lot of times businesses will factor that in. It's the chargebacks that are the killer, because a $10, $15, $20 service fee is nothing compared to a $600 or $700 chargeback, where 6 months later somebody says, that wasn't me. You know, you go buy a nice watch, a $2,000, $3,000 watch, and the next thing you know, 6 months later, the credit card company retracts that, and now the business is out. It destroys small businesses. Johnny talks about it all the time. He mentions chargebacks as the biggest thing, and it's definitely true. I mean, it's not even the fees, because you're going from 3.5% to 1%. Say you're saving 2.5% on a transaction fee, but chargebacks are the killer, and it just totally destroys smaller businesses. So when you guys do go into these places, tell them this is just another form of taking payment. It's like Apple Pay, or it's like Venmo, or one of these other things, Cash App, where it's just quick peer-to-peer, but it just uses a more secure means of transfer as opposed to fiat. So with crypto, you got to tell them that once it's done, that's it. There's no taking it back 3 months later. There's no taking it back an hour later with Litecoin. You get 15 minutes in, you're 6 confirmations in, that's it. You're not turning that back. All right, so you got to present it to them like that, especially places, Johnny likes to target the jewelry stores and things like that with high Johnny will put it in there. What is it, John? It's high risk. There we go. High risk businesses, right? So jewelry stores, things like that. Johnny and John are the freaking stars of Litecoin of East Coast. No doubt about it. Then you got stars in the foundation. I'm like, I can't even keep my composure sometimes when I'm thinking about these things, because the sky is the limit for us, for all of us. We just have to put the work in, So that's my spiel for the night. I went over the weekly, and that pattern is really playing out, in my opinion. I like what I'm seeing every week. Obviously, it's a slow, long process, but I think we do get that last final bottom, and we have to watch the RSI. If we do get that hidden bullish divergence on the RSI, so it'll basically look something exactly like this. We touched down in, we just barely wicked oversold. We came back down and we made a lower low on the price, but our RSI was higher. So we had a little bit stronger of a move. All right, so we're pretty much at that level now. We just barely cracked oversold. We came back up 2 weeks ago. We had a really nice. Give me 1 second, guys. We had a really nice near bullish engulfing candle a couple weeks ago. We went up pretty nice. But I'm gonna see how this plays out. I think it kind of moves sideways, drops down, makes a higher low on the RSI, and we get a lower low on the price. And then at that point, if I see that, I'm going all in, because my thought is the bear market's over. As soon as I see that lower low on price and higher low on RSI, I'm all in. I don't even care if it drops after that. This is what I'm seeing. This is how I'm going to play it. I'm not telling you guys to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. So that's when I'm going to go all in, as soon as I see that. And I'm just going to wait for that to play out. So I went over that. Now I will... Here is our wheel. We had 50 entries. We cut it off at 50. The first 50 people to basically like, retweet, and follow Steven Herzog is on this wheel. All right, a lot of people got in on that. Thank you guys for getting him over 1K followers. He really deserves it. He does a lot, man. He's always in communication with us. We have a lot of BS time. We're BSing around and stuff, but he knows when it's time to work. He's a worker. He pushes hard. All right. He's always trying to get people involved. He is, oh, what can we do? Could we do this? We're going to try to start a show together coming up. He's working on getting some equipment. So, it might take him a little bit to get it, but we're going to try to get a show together for you guys and maybe do a weekly show between the two of us. So I'm excited about that, because that's going to be like No holds bar. That's it, man. Me and him are just we're gonna be ripping each other. We're gonna be ripping other people. We're gonna be taking down Bitcoin maximalists. We're gonna be, you know, making memes of Tone Vase and Jimmy Song or whatever his name is. So we're gonna do it Zog style. So guys, let's do this giveaway. It's for a safe ledger. All right. So if you guys don't know what a safe ledger is, it's a password manager. It's basically software. You could get it on a USB or directly download it onto your computer. It's password protected, encrypted. It wipes everything once you log out. It basically cleans your history. So if you get the software download, which this is a software download, you just get a USB, pop it in. You'll drag the files over to the USB and then keep that thing safe. All right, you guys could put any kind of passwords on there: seed keys, private keys, public keys, PIN codes. All you could set up a wallet. It'll have Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you got in there, Digibyte, Zcash, whatever you got in there. You can set up all your passwords in there, and you can make different profiles. You can make a profile for yourself. You can make a profile for your kids. For, you know, it's unlimited. So it's a really cool piece of software. So I have a video on them if you guys want to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But let's get this giveaway done. Again, this is on behalf of Steven Herzog. Here we go. Who do we got? Who do we got? Crypto Toddler? Crypto Toddler 03. Congratulations. Not only did you follow one of the best people in crypto, but you got yourself a safe ledger. How about that? You killed two birds with one stone there. Way to follow and way to win. Good job, guys. And also in about an hour and a half, about an hour and a half, I'm going to be closing the giveaway on my thing. So basically, John Kim won the lotto last week. He gave Zog some Litecoin to do something with, and he gave me a couple Litecoin to do something with. I took one of those Litecoin, donated it to the foundation, and then I started this challenge that I think you guys should participate in. He wants to do $1 a day on Litecoin for the entire year of 2019. So I think that's a really cool challenge. I think you guys should participate in that. So go check that out at Black Money on Twitter, and his YouTube channel is Black Money. Another thing is I want you guys to follow the link below. I'm going to put it down below or above, wherever it is. And I've decided, since I have 2 Litecoin from the Litecoin Lotto to give away, what I'm going to do is I want you guys to head over to Litecoin Foundation and donate. It has to be a minimum of $2, which is the price of a Litecoin Lotto ticket. So you can donate $2. That's all I'm asking. And just screenshot it, post it below, and then I will give one random person 1 Litecoin. All right, so I'm going to do that for one of them, and then the other Litecoin I'm actually going to donate to the foundation. So I have 2 to give away. I'm going to give one to the foundation, and then the other one will go to one of you guys. So just make sure you head over there, donate a minimum of $2, screenshot it, post it below, and I will give one random person the other Litecoin. All right, guys, go put in some work. I'll see you later. There you go. All right, guys, so we actually had a bunch of people donate, and I'm very, very pleased with how this turned out. All right, so, I mean, look at all these donations. George, Lou, Gene, John, Jaw. Look at all these. I mean, the list goes on and on. It was just a ton of donations, and it was awesome. It really was. So I kind of put the lotto on back burner this week. As you guys can see, look at the lotto this week. it's weak. All right. So it's perfectly fine with me though, because it's all for a good cause, right? So for the price of one lotto ticket, you have a chance to win one full Litecoin. All right, $2. That's it. That's all I'm asking. So if you guys have not donated yet, make sure you head over. Just check my pinned tweet. I made it my pinned tweet this week. So the link is in that tweet. Go over there, donate a minimum of $2, and just post it in the comments on this tweet. So just screenshot your transaction, post it down there, and then you have an hour and a half left. It's 10:30 Eastern time now. I'm gonna run it to 12. I'll do the giveaway tomorrow, so I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, and that's it. You know, if you guys are not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys all for coming tonight, and I will catch you tomorrow when we give away one Litecoin. So have a good night, everybody. Peace.